We decided that we wanted to know what everyday people thought about leadership. So we interviewed people from all walks of life to see what they thought.
While many great leaders are made famous for their visible acts of greatness, sometimes the leadership that means the most is the small acts that go largely unnoticed. What we found is that leaders are everywhere in our lives, no matter where they come from or what they do.
Whether we realize it or not, we all have the ability to positively influence those around us every day.
My name is Dallin Watts.
Eric Schultz.
I'm Chad Falslow.
My name is Bailey Layton.
I'm Jackson Robinson.
My name is Burton Griffin. I'm studying marketing at Utah State.
I work as a vendor at Walmart, actually.
I just got done working at Cherry Peak Ski Resort up in Richmond.
Digital marketing director for Serenoni.
Have 3 children and 8 grandkids.
Marketing professor at Utah State University.
The first person that comes to my mind
when I think of great leaders is
probably the president, George Washington.
I don't know, maybe like Teddy Roosevelt or, like a George Washington type guy.
Mother Teresa.
Think of George Washington and Abraham Lincoln.
John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King.
They got some good core values to them, good ethics and good moral compass.
Because they had passion, they had vision, and they were able to mobilize people behind them.
There's politicians, people like Gandhi and those guys who are able to kind of shape their environment and unite people. There's all kinds of different sorts of leaders.
Leaders, I think just have everyone's best interest in mind.
Certainly is someone that naturally people want to follow.
I think a great leader leads by example.
I think a good leader brings other people with him.
Treat you fair and kind.
just someone who can like stand up for what they believe, but also bring others together.
They're actually good at what they're telling people to do, so they're not someone who's just a sayer but also a doer.
I mean, if I'm not willing to go get my hands dirty and go to work, then I don't expect them to do it either. So,
but it's also having the courage to admit when you're wrong and be able to change course.
We've seen maybe imperfections in the people who are close to us, because not anyone's perfect. So if we see minor imperfections in someone, we think, oh yeah, but George Washington or Abraham Lincoln or Gandhi or whoever, they were these perfect people, where none of us are perfect. Even the best leaders aren't perfect. They make mistakes.
So there's not a cookie cutter, one size fits all, here's how you be a leader.
I think the greatest leaders in my life I've looked up to are people that have done things to inspire me to want to do. First of all, my mom.
It's actually my high school principal.
My uncle.
Of course, my dad has always been a big influence in my life.
Yeah, my dad would definitely be the one I look up to the most.
So I have this friend, she's been one of my best friends forever, but she has autism and she's 25. She was in a bad car accident a couple years ago and said she was going to be paralyzed, and ever since then she would just push me to be better. It was kind of the fact that she's been through so much, and she also has all these other medical problems, but it always pushed me to be better, and she always told me how strong I am, and just coming from her, knowing how strong she is, it kind of just, I don't know.
Senior year, I had this English teacher. He didn't focus on the grades, but he focused on bringing everyone else up to a higher level, and I think that, I would definitely define him as a leader.
That Hollywood and everybody else, that being in the media makes everybody important, but find out that the little guy in town has more influence on a lot of people.
I definitely think you can be a leader even if you're not like George Washington or the president. Just setting a good example to others and being the best you can be.
It's not in it for them, it's in it for us.
You can't read a book, you can't take a class. Leadership comes from experience.